welcome to my channel. What was that intro? Hi, how the fuck are you? Hi, welcome to anyways, welcome to my channel, welcome the fuck back to my channel, you know what I mean? One of these days I'm gonna come up with an original intro and it's gonna be fabulous. So today I'm gonna make a video about the intake process in jail. I've been to 2 different jails. Both of the intake processes were kind of the same and kind of different. I don't want to make this video super long. That's not my goal. It's not to, like, I know my last one was kind of long, and also I want to apologize for it taking so long for me to make this video. There's just been a lot happening recently. Somebody close to me went to rehab. Somebody else close to me was trying to go to rehab, but there was like a problem with insurance and trying to get their insurance together, and then trying to, do they need a referral, do they not need a referral, and then it was just a lot. And then somebody else, you know, got sick. They've been in the hospital for the past 3 or 4 days. So it's just been a lot of shit, and I don't know when I'm gonna be able to even edit this video because there's a hurricane coming in 2 fucking days. Today is Wednesday. Well, technically it's Thursday because it's 3:30 in the morning, but it is, the hurricane's coming on Friday, so you know what I mean, like I have to, like, really there's not much to be prepared for. I'm not too worried about it because it's only like a category 3, I think, and the last one that I remember was Hurricane Irma, and that was like a category 5. Like everybody was freaking out, school was closed, like everything was happening. So obviously I'm not as worried about it because that one wasn't so bad. So I'm not, I mean, it was bad, but like we survived, you know what I mean? So I'm not too worried about it. I still have like a lot of supplies from there, you know. I'm actually thinking about making a video about that, like what to do, like how to prepare for a hurricane. I'm sure there's already videos about that, but I don't know. I just feel like I got like a whole ass stockpile of shit that it might be interesting, it might not, who fucking knows. But just to let y'all know, like kind of where I've been and like why it's taken so long. Also, I got my teeth whitened. It hurts so fucking bad, like when I tell you, and nobody told me, like nobody told me that it was gonna hurt so fucking bad. Like they were like, oh yeah, like you have, like go ahead and get your teeth whitened, da 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 da. I have to get, you know, like, because I'm getting a bridge over here, and I don't want to get the bridge like the color of my old teeth, because if I ever whiten my teeth, the bridge wouldn't whiten. So now, ow, holy shit, I just got like the weirdest fucking pain in my leg. Anyways, so if I got the bridge wouldn't whiten though, so that scared the shit out of me. So I had to get the rest of my teeth whitened so the bridge could match the color that my teeth would whiten to. That took, you know, a day or 2 of me just like laying in bed being miserable. But so anyways, Michelle Richards, hi Michelle, thank you so much for commenting. Also real quick, I feel like I always go on these side tangents. I'm so sorry, y'all. Please bear with me. Hopefully one day I will not side tangent my way through a video. But hi, how are you? Fuck. Anyways, so thank you so much for commenting. You were actually my first comment like ever, and I was super excited about it. So she wrote, nice video, can you do one on what the intake experience was like on your first day? What happens during the strip search and what did they make you do? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Like I said, I've been to 2 different jails, so I guess I'll start with the one that I only went to the one once. I'm not going to say like what county it is. It is in Florida, but I don't want to like completely dox myself, so I'll talk about the county that I went to the only one time. I don't really remember it that well, honestly. I was so super fucked up, but I do remember it being completely different than the other place that I've been arrested at several times. So unfortunately, you know, I'm really winning in life basically is what I'm telling you. So that one was really cool actually. There was no strip search, but there was, whenever we got there, there was all the officers were super nice. They took me in like a van, so every single time you get arrested they take you to, there's like I don't want to say, it's not an intake center, it's like a substation, right? So you go to this substation and you kind of like sit there and they like type out the report and shit, and then they take you to the jail where, you know, you have your real intake process where you get your picture taken and all that shit. So, and then we took a van to the actual jail. And when I was there, the lady, one of the officers, she like let me like get on my phone or whatever and take a number. She literally let me get in my phone and write down somebody's phone number for me to call. Like, I've never had that happen every day in my life. Like, at the other jail, we're gonna say jail B, like at jail B, like you can never, like you better have them numbers memorized, because them officers, they are not here for it. They don't care. Bitch, you don't have the phone number, bitch, oh fucking well. Like, they do not care, like, whatsoever, like, at all. Like, and these people were so nice. She was like, do you want to go on your phone and like get a number? And I'm like, can I do that? Yes, please, please, please. Like, what do you mean? Yes, of course. Thank you. And so I like went on my phone, like I hurried up and like I wrote down the number. I called my mom real quick. And actually I was really lucky that I even got to get bailed out of that jail, because I was already on bail from jail B. So when I got arrested at jail A, I shouldn't have been allowed to be bailed out. There's this thing called, what is it called? There's this thing where you can't get bailed out twice. So if you get arrested on bail, you're not allowed to get bailed out twice. I don't know if that's how it is everywhere, but that's how it is in Florida. And so they somehow though, they didn't catch it. So I called my mom and I was like, yeah, I'm coming. So she like, I was in like a different county like than where I live at. So she had to like haul ass, like find a bail bondsman, have them put the money down, and then like you have to pay like 10% or whatever for like to get like bonded out, and they put down the rest of the money. So like she had to find somebody that would hurry up and put the rest of the money down and get me out before they realized like I was already like bailed on a bond in county B. So anyways, they let me call my mom. They gave us sandwiches and cookies. That was really dope. I remember the cookies because I remember it was the best cookies I'd ever had in my life. And jail food is so nasty, and I remember being so shocked. I was like, why are they, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, hello, like, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate it because, like I said, I was fucked up. So I was fucked up. I was in jail, and I was like, thank you so much for these. Like, it was the best food. Like, I had never tasted anything better than that in my life. Like, in that moment, that was what jail A was like. And then, sorry, I don't think I'm centered. Me trying to be a fucking whatever I'm trying to be, and like not even be able to like center myself. Like, okay, Lindsay, go off. Anyways, so then we have jail B over here, and jail B is like completely different. This one I'll be able to go into more in depth with because I've been arrested so many times there. Jail B, whenever you get arrested, so like I said, you go to a substation, right? You go to a substation and they transport you from the substation to the actual jail. And once you get to the actual jail, the first thing you do, when you go in there, you take off like your jewelry or whatever, and you put it into like a yellow bag. And then after you put it into the bag or whatever, you have to go through this machine, and this machine scans like your whole entire body. That's kind of new. Like, they didn't have that, like, I think they got it in like probably like 2014, because they didn't have it like, well, maybe like 2013, but they didn't have it like the first couple times I was arrested. So that's kind of a new thing. But they scan your body to make sure you're not holding like any drugs or like anything like inside of you or anything, because you know some people will put like drugs and other objects like inside of them, trying to sneak it into the jail. There are ways around it, but that's another story, I guess, or another video. I don't know. Actually, scratch that. That's another video, because I'm not out here trying to dry snitch on these bitches that did figure it out and are I'm not trying to do that, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to ruin their life. So they're whatever they got going on. So basically though, so they scan your whole body, and then they take you to get dressed out. So they give you shoes, and then they take you to get your jail clothes on. Now, one time they took us to the cell first, like the holding cell, and I was in there with this other girl, and she was like, they fucked up. I'm like, what do you mean they fucked up? She's like, they're not supposed to bring us in here. I'm like, okay, like what, like whatever, like so what, like we're just here, like we're still in fucking jail, like what does it matter what room we went into first? And she took off her bra real quick and was like, and she stashed it behind the trash can. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, well, you could take it in with you. And I'm like, you're the smartest. I swear I never met a smarter person like a day in my life than this girl. Like, you are the smartest human being I've ever met in my life. So I took off my bra too. I put it behind the trash can, and then we went to go get changed out. But normally that's not what happens. Normally, after you take your jewelry off, you get scanned, you go to the room where they give you your blues, like your inmate clothes. And it's just really basic, like what you see like on TV. It's literally the same thing. It's just like stale, kind of like, hard ass fucking not insulated, gonna leave your ass cold all night, just blue ugly shirt and pants. They kind of do watch you change, but like I never remember feeling like super violated. Like I don't remember them like staring at me to a point. Like there was only like one officer, and there's like 3 or 4 girls normally that are changing at the same time, so it doesn't really feel like they're just like singling you out and just like sitting there staring at you, because like I said, you just went through a body scan. Like it doesn't really make a fuck. Like the chances of you having something on you is like very, very slim, right? So I would assume that's why they don't watch you like a hawk, you know? They don't have like 3 or 4 officers behind every single girl. So yeah, so after they do that, then they take you to the holding cell that you weren't supposed to be in originally, and then we put our bra in, and they take you back to the holding cell, and then they call you out one by one. And this process takes like a very long time. So after you get changed, you could be sitting in the holding cell for like 2 hours just waiting to get your picture taken. They call you out one by one, and you go and you stand in front of I guess it's a wall, like a wall, and you get your picture taken. And like there's no smiling. Like they're very strict. They're like, don't smile, don't do this. Even though I did smile, I feel like in like one of them, because like I was fucked up and I didn't really give a fuck. And you can always like smile, you know what I mean? Like every time I went in that front of that camera, I always thought I was Paris Hilton. I would be like was this smizing? Like it wasn't smizing. And every time it came, my first mugshot came out kind of cute, because like I was like skinny or whatever, and I was like, bitch, feeling myself. But like, and actually my last one kind of came out kind of okay, but the other ones did not, you know what I mean? Some of them I like so mad, because I'm like, bitch, I don't know why I'm here. I don't want to be here. Like fuck you, fuck this place. Fuck this, you know what I'm saying? And so anyway, so you get your picture taken, and then you go back to the cell. Then they call you out one by one, and you talk to a lady, and she's like, these are your charges. She's like, so let's say you got arrested for drugs. Drugs is a charge that you can get bonded out on that night. There's a set bond. So everybody that comes in there with, let's say, possession of marijuana, because I'm in Florida and it's still not legalized, so if you go in there with possession of marijuana, then your bond is always going to be $1,000, which means you have to take $100 to a bond agency, and a bond agency will put up the other $900 and they will bond you out. Or if it's a more serious charge, like let's say domestic violence, if you were arrested for domestic violence, then there's not a set bond. You have to go wait until the morning to see a judge. I can't remember what the judge's name, like the title of the judge or whatever. I just wanted to point out that I think that it's really dope that I don't remember the name of the judge, because it just shows testament of God or whatever, because like I haven't been arrested in so long that I forgot even like what the name of the judge even is. And so, which really I don't even know how, it's cool. But you have to wait until you go in front of that judge, and then he'll give you your bond amount. So you go and you talk to that lady. She's like, here's your charges, like here's what your bond is going to be. And then you have the opportunity to go back into the holding cell and get on the phone and try if the phone's working, or if you can figure it out, if you're not fucked up and you can actually figure out how to work the phone, then you can have the opportunity to try to call bond agencies or your parents or your friends or your boyfriend or whoever the fuck, and see if they can bond you out. After that, then you get called out again and you go see the nurse. So the nurse asks you like stupid questions like, do you have diabetes? Do you have high blood pressure? Like, do you have a special diet? Like, how tall are you? What's your weight? And every time, of course, you lie and you say you're 20 pounds skinnier than you really are, because bitch, it's gonna be available for the public to see. And as far as I'm concerned, they don't need to know how much I weigh. You know what I mean? Like, we're not putting that in the history books that on this date I was this amount of weight. We're not doing that. So I always just said that I was like a different weight. But so you go see that lady. Then you go back to your cell, the holding cell. On this holding cell, it's kind of like, it's shitty because first of all, it's so cold, and you don't get no blanket, you don't get no fucking pillow, you don't get no bed, you don't get nothing. It's just a big ass like stone. It's stone. It's a stone concrete. Is it concrete? I don't know if it's concrete. It's probably not stone, right? I don't know if it's concrete or stone. It's like one or the other. And it is so fucking cold. Like, it's so cold. And that's why I say, I think I said this I don't know how, I don't remember actually how I edited my last video, but I always like say this pro tip, like if you're like out here like doing anything that you could possibly ever get arrested for, try to keep whites on you, like you're like a white t-shirt, like white socks, like a white sports bra, because they will let you bring that in with you inside of the jail, and you can wear that in the holding cell so it's not as cold. You can have something, you can put a t-shirt on, you can put socks on, you know, like that's gonna keep you warm until you get to the actual jail where you get the bed and you get the blanket and you get the pillow, you know. But if you're not lucky enough or smart enough to have your whites with you whenever you go inside the holding cell, you're going to be cold and you're gonna be mad about it, especially if you come in there fucked up, because there's nothing worse than being fucked up, locked inside of a fucking cell and freezing your dick off like for no reason. And sometimes you can stay in that bitch for like 18 hours, and I'm not being I'm not exaggerating. It depends on how busy they are, and really I've been in there and it wasn't even that busy and I've stayed in there for like 10 hours just in the holding cell. Even after I've gotten my picture taken, I've changed out, I've talked to the one lady, I've talked to the other lady. They have to process like the other people, and then once they do that, they have to wait on a bus to come and take you, and of course they take the people who were there first. So if you weren't lucky enough to be in the first group, then bitch, you gotta wait on the second group, and it really just sucks. Like the whole thing is just completely shitty, like I said, especially if you're fucked up. Like that is literally the worst. And you're in there with like all these girls, and some of them are fucked up, and so I've been in there both, you know, when I was fucked up and when I wasn't fucked up. So when I was sober, I was like, what are these people, like what is going on out here, like what are y'all doing, like are y'all okay, like can I help you? Like what is going on? Please don't talk to me, I'ma just sit in this corner. I've also been the girl who's fucked up and people are like looking at me like, is this girl okay, like this bitch is fucking geek, dog, like what is going on? And I'm like, bitch, don't look at me, don't talk to me, like period, don't say nothing to me, because I am I am not even here right now. I'm in a whole nother universe, bitch, like don't talk to me. Really, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny, like when I look back on it, like I have to laugh about it, because like what else am I gonna do, like cry? Like no. Also, the food in jail B was so bad. Like they give you these salami sandwiches, and like honestly, like I'm kind of used to it now, but well, I'm probably not used to it anymore, but like I was used to it the last time I went in there. Like I ate the fuck out of that sandwich, but like I remember the first time I went in there, I was like, what is this? Like y'all are kidding me, I'm not eating this shit, y'all got me fucked up. There's no way in hell I'm eating this. Like there's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, like I'm not eating this shit. But like the styrofoam things that the food comes in, like sometimes you can use like as a pillow, because you're in there for so long, like sometimes you just want to take a nap, just like hurry up and like hurry the process up along, you know. And also you can use the toilet paper roll. They only give you one toilet paper roll for like all the people, because like I guess people will like throw it on the ceiling, like try to make spitballs, like throw it on the ceiling like idiots. Like hello, like you're grown as fuck and you're in jail, like why are you putting like making spitballs? Like we don't know, but like can you calm down? But like you'll be like using it as a pill, and then somebody will actually have to go pee, and you'll be like, they'll be like, can I get the toilet paper? So you gotta get up and like give it to them. That's kind of annoying. Like bitch, I was using it as a pillow, but whatever. Sure, here's your fucking toilet paper. Just fuck me and my pillow. So yeah, that's kind of what the intake process is like. Then after that, of course, like eventually the bus does come and get you. They do take you to the jail. There you do get like a bed, you get a pillow, you get a blanket, and then you get designated to your cells and all that. If you want a video about that process, like what it's like when you first get to jail, like what it's like walking in, you know, especially for the first time, let me know, because I can make a video about that too. I kind of talked about it in my last video, but that was kind of like the last time that I'd been. It wasn't like my first, you know, impressions, I guess. First impressions of jail. So yeah, I hope this answers your questions. I love you, Jesus loves you. Bye.